Okay, my son Bilal, he's just like any other kid. It's only that he's growing differently as the other kids compared to other kids. He's just slowly growing slowly, but he will finally reach there. In the morning when we normally wake up, we do at 5:30. That's when we wake up. I prepare them. I start with preparing the tea, and then as they dress up, I'm the one dressing him. He doesn't dress himself up. He can do it, but because of the time, I normally dress him up. And then after taking tea, I take him to the bus because he doesn't accept to walk alone. He has changed our life in so many ways. He's loving. He's always happy. This house is empty without him.
Amina, can you share with us when you were first hit with the diagnosis that your child had Down syndrome?
Okay, Bilal's condition, we came to learn about it when he was 7 months old, and I was so worried about his neck, and he was not sitting by then, and the neck was not stable to hold the head. So these things got me worried. So one day when I was at work, I just, I don't know what pushed me. I just went to Google to see what might be the cause of his delays. And then I came across a list of disabilities.
One of the symptoms of Down syndrome is that these children, they are in non-verbal state, meaning they have speech, it's speech delay. How are you able to navigate that period where your child cannot talk, but he needs something, but you don't know what he needs? How did you go through that, and what was your mental where was your mental abilities in that time? Like, how did you feel going through that and watching your son being unable to articulate or verbalize his needs?
Okay, it was very stressful moment because you have a child whom you cannot communicate with. You don't know what he wants. You will just see he collects something and hits you, and when they don't talk, they want to say something and they don't know how to say. They get frustrated. So out of that, they will pick something and throw at you. They will slap you. They can even pull your hair, and you don't know how to handle this. And we after he achieved the walking milestone, we decided to start speech therapy, and we did speech therapy, and even at home we try to teach him basic basic things that he uses at home, like cup, plate, those things. And through those health and speech therapy we came through, and now he has a very good speech.
Wow. So now I love that your son is healthy. There is no heart condition. He has his
Mhm.
speech. Now he is, in school. What kind of school does he attend? Does he attend a special needs school? Does he go to the regular
He
school?
goes to
And
regular school. He goes to
hmm,
regular school, yeah. He goes to regular school, and I chose the regular school because, you know, with those kids who can, the typical kids, if they mix up with those kids, he can learn a lot of things. I wanted
mm-hmm,
him to be challenged. I wanted him to kids with Down syndrome mimic a lot, and through mimicking he will learn a lot of social activities that are being done by these kids, these typical kids. Yeah.
Hmm. Wow, that is
And
such
it
a bold move, because
mm,
I know some parents, they are always really scared to put their children in quote the typical school, because now you don't know, because you're no longer able to protect the child. You don't know whether the child is going to be bullied. You don't know whether they are even going to discriminate against that child in an integrated school. So I think it's really bold of you to do that, and I love the rationale, in the sense that let him be among everybody, so that he himself
yeah,
see
I
that
don't
he is a
want him
normal
to look
person as well.
special. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't when I want him to look special. I don't want people to look at him as a special child. I
Mm,
want them to look at him as a child, as as a typical child, the way they look at the typical children. That's how I
mhm,
wanted them to look at him.
mhm,
I I don't take him as a special child. Even in the
mhm.
house, I can send him anywhere in the house. Bilal, go bring me this. Bilal, Bilal, come call daddy and tell him we need this. I send him like like I'm sending his brother, the same way I'm treating him. Yeah.
I think my last question is, in your home, of course, you've created a safe space, but now going into the
Mm,
world, we know, especially in
mhm,
Africa, there's a lot of ignorance. People don't know what Down syndrome is. When you go
yeah.
out with your son, what are some of the responses or reactions you get from people, and how do you deal with that?
Okay. People will ask a lot of question, and especially when he was not talking, and the time he was not walking, sitting. They really used to ask a lot of questions, and the mostly what they used to ask was, how old is this baby or this child? And when you tell them the age, they will ask you, he's 5 years old and he's not talking. And
Mm,
then they will ask you, he's 7 months and he's still not sitting. That kind of
mm,
question. And it doesn't bother me. It doesn't
mhm,
bother me. I just sit down and explain to them what's wrong with him and why he has not attained his milestone at the required
mhm.
time.
Wow. You're doing such a fantastic job. It takes a lot of patience to be able to, even when your child does have public tantrums, to apologize and then say, let me use this as a
Mm,
teachable moment, so that you
mm.
know what is wrong with this child. Thank you so much, Miss Amina, for joining us today to share your story. We've really learned a lot from you. Thank you.
You're welcome and thank you too.
Thank you.